Hello, everybody.
Hi, welcome to the Trailer Hood.
Welcome back to the Trailer Hood News with Home on the Hitch. My name's Thomas.
And I'm Melissa.
Glad to have you here. Thank you for showing up tonight. We're going to do another interview tonight with a great channel, so stick around.
Right. Mm-hmm. So our goal is to bring everyone closer together by getting to know everybody in the Trailer Hood.
Right. So, we want to focus. We want to bring creators in and give them a chance to just talk about who they are and what their channel is about. In a face-to-face live basis, it's more real that way, and it's easier to connect, I think, with your fans and your subscribers that way, because sometimes in recorded content it's really difficult to express who you are, or at least it is for us, when you go back and watch those videos.
It's just an easy way for you to get to know us in a live
and
format.
Tonight, so this is the first one that if you watch the other episodes, that we've been able to stream on their channel as well. So we're streaming on our YouTube channel, Home on the Hitch, and we're streaming on their channel, and that is going to be Jason and Jennifer from No Sticks, No Bricks. Yay! So happy to have them here. Without further ado, we're going to bring them on board and see what happens, and no guarantees here. So we should have them up here.
There they are.
Now, there they are. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. So we're not good walking in courtside. I've got Mountain Dew.
We're getting some crazy feedback. Like, we're hearing you guys twice. Like, we hear you, and then it's delayed about 20 seconds. And we hear some more.
What happens? How's that? Is that any better?
Are we better? Are we still?
Okay, hold on a second, because I can hear me talking now. Okay. Perfect.
Are we better now?
Uh-oh. It's delayed. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Is there a big delay? Stand by, everyone. We are having technical.
How's our audio to you? Are you actually
audio for us is good? No, you're great.
Yeah, we don't have any feedback. What about everybody else? How do we hear to you?
How's everybody sound?
Yeah, our audio on both ways is delayed probably a good seconds. I don't know.
That's not good at all. All right, hold on. All right, the original that stream sounds okay. I don't know. Let's try this.
Steve says it's good out there.
Steve says it's good out there. Sorry, guys. Bear with us. Well, let's see if we can. I think it's doing okay.
Yeah, everybody says that we sound good.
Everybody says the stream sounds good. Is anybody watching on?
Are you watching on anything else, like your computer?
Do
your
you have
laptop,
anything
your
else
phone?
open? Your phone open or?
Let me check. Let me close some
mute
stuff.
it.
Yeah, close everything else except for, because if you've got your YouTube channel up.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Hold on, let me just close that out.
Close it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was it. I guess that must have been playing in the background or something.
Yeah, if that now, I made that mistake like several times. Yeah.
Oh, no. Now I can't see you. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I think we're gonna get this figured out one way or another.
Okay, so all right, No Sticks, No Bricks. They are a product of the United States Air Force. Thank you very much.
They taught us everything we know about audio and video.
Oh my goodness! All right, we got that worked out. Good deal. Well, thanks for being here, guys. And listen, before we get started, we got Nursing Our Travel Bug. I think is in here to do some moderation for us. And this is No Sticks, No Bricks, who usually does our has been doing our moderation. We greatly appreciate you guys for that.
Much love.
All right, so being as you guys are doing moderating for it before, you know how this works. So for people that might not know, how did you guys meet? Did you guys meet? Where'd you guys meet? Tell us that story.
We met in Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we were both young airmen back in 97, 96.
Mm-hmm.
I got stationed at Eielson Air Force Base up in Fairbanks, Alaska in 1996, and Jennifer got there
November of 96.
Actually, I got there in 95. We met in 97, like January 97. So that's where we met, and then we spent another 5 years or so up there before the Air Force made us move, and then we went everywhere.
So you were both in the Air Force when you met.
Yep. And we were both retired Air Force now, so life's good.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Yes, our pleasure.
How long did you serve? each?
23 years.
22 years.
Oh, okay. So you had a full-time career there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
then,
You have full retirement benefits.
we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And then when we both retired on the same day, October
awesome.
1st of 2014. And then I went right back and worked for the Air Force as a civilian for another 7 years doing the same job. It was weird. I went to work one day in a uniform. And I went to work the next day wearing,
Well, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And then she went to the
Okay.
civilian sector medical side for another 7 years.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you have 2 children, right?
We do. Yep,
Yes.
we sure
And
do.
are they both in the military also?
No,
Neither one.
Nope, neither one.
No,
Our
neither
son-
one. I thought one of them had joined. That
Well,
must be-
our son was going to join the Coast Guard, and then he decided that he just couldn't leave Alaska, so he stayed up there. He's
Well, we hear there's a lot of cool stuff about Alaska. But
We're hoping to find that out for ourselves this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
Cool.
can
So,
give you guys a sweet itinerary.
where did so you were stationed? You guys met in Alaska. Tell us,
Yeah.
where'd you go? What'd y'all do after that? I mean, where were you stationed next?
So then we went to North Dakota. Why not?
Ooh,
Why
North
not?
Dakota.
For all those military folks listening, if anyone knows where that's at, middle of nowhere, North Dakota.
Yeah.
Then to Missouri,
Mhm.
Wyman Air Force Base in Missouri.
The Air Force is really expanding our tourism.
Yeah,
Putting
Missouri.
us in the middle
Yeah.
of the country.
Missouri.
You guys went overseas. Did you guys just travel?
Were you
No,
stationed
so-
overseas?
Were you stationed overseas,
We
or did
were.
you?
We finally got overseas our last assignment. So our last 3 years active duty was in Germany.
In
And that was
Germany,
great.
Yes.
Well, that's horrible. I mean,
It
I'm
was
sure
a
you hated it.
horrible way to end it.
Because we saw some videos of y'all bragging about that. So bragging about the Eiffel Tower and everything. And
Yeah.
last
that
time
was
when we were there,
awesome.
it was too windy and we couldn't go up to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Bummer.
No, but we did stay at this Airbnb right around the corner from the Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
So we walked
it's- I'll
by
tell
it
you
all
what.
the time.
That's
Isn't
a
that
whole
great
other.
right
We're trying
there?
not to get too far off topic, man, but that's just
Yeah.
a whole different thing, man.
It
That's
is.
it's so
Did you get to
amazing.
see it light up at night.
Well, yeah, and then
Isn't that
it's way. If you've never been there and stood under it, it's way bigger than you ever think that
Oh,
it
Yeah,
is.
it
yeah.
is. It is.
Yeah, I
Yep.
didn't realize that you drove under it.
Yeah,
You
it's
could
just
drive
it's
under
huge. All right, so
it. Okay.
anyway, so
Yeah.
what inspired you guys to start traveling or living full time in your RV?
So traveling, I mean, obviously we've always traveled, being in the Air Force. We're always going places here and there, and then about 2019, our daughter graduated from high school.
Yeah.
So in about 2018, about a year before she graduated, the wheels started to turn. We've always RV'd together. We've been RVing together for 25 years.
Mhm.
In fact, we're on our 7th RV.
7?
Yeah.
Our
so-
7th
Yeah,
RV.
7.
Yeah. When we left Alaska and drove to North Dakota,
Right. So I need a list now.
we had an 11-foot slide-in camper that went in the back of our truck, and we drove out with that and a 4-month-old and a yellow lab, not Axel.
Wow.
We had a different lab, and 2 cats. We were crazy. We're still crazy. But anyway, I forgot what we were talking about.
And then from there, we got the other slide-in camper.
Oh, the first slide-in was a 1968 slide-in, and it had an ice box in it. So when we go camping for the weekend, because of course we were working, then we'd buy blocks of ice for our refrigerator. It was
Right.
ice box, but it was
It's
Alaska,
icebox.
so we could buy a block in like May, and then by September it'd melt.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of RVs.
So, of your 7 RVs,
Yes.
not counting your current RV,
Right.
which one was your favorite?
Yeah, we had a Cedar Creek Silverback that had bunk beds in it, and our kids were still at the age where they loved going camping with us and stuff.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun in that RV, and they had the bunks in the back. And when we got orders to Germany, of course we couldn't take the RV with us overseas, so we had to sell it. And our poor son was standing in the driveway when the new owner came to pick it up.
No.
They were driving out, and he's just standing there crying.
Oh, that's horrible.
But how amazing that the kids loved it
But
just
that-
as
yeah.
much as you did.
Loved
Yeah,
it.
loved
Yep,
it.
absolutely loved it. We took them all over the place. These kids have been to more countries than most people, our age have been to.
And that's the amazing thing about it, man. It's even not just RVing. That's it's just not all about RVing, but just the travel in general, to be able to go and look at the history.
Well, the experience and the education that you get from travel is
so real.
It's amazing.
Right. It is, and you can't put a dollar value or you can't put any kind of value on that type of education because it's just so amazing.
All right, so the YouTube, this little box here, how'd you guys get started with that? I mean,
obviously, when we
lifestyles of the rich and famous, or what?
Yeah.
Obviously, when we decided we were going to go full time, we started watching YouTube videos, to prep for full time, and because we had a lot of RV experience, but zero full time RV experience. So we were watching 30 different channels prepping, and I've always done little videos here and there, messing around with iMovie and stuff like that, filming motorcycle rides, that kind of crap. So I don't know. We were actually on the road for probably a good 8-10 months before we decided to dive into the YouTube world. And at first it was frustrating because I didn't know how to edit video really, really edit video. So I was spending more time watching YouTube on how to edit video than I was editing video.
Absolutely.
I hated being on camera. I've always had a fear of public speaking, and so the camera in my face, and then I'd always be, always felt like I had to be camera ready, and then that was like that for a while, and now I'm at the point where what you see is what you get.
That's exactly it.
It's real life, man. That's what people want.
I'm like, this is our life. No, I don't want to fake it. So
we're just having a blast. We thought I tell everybody, think how cool it would be to watch your grandparents' YouTube channel from the 40s or 30s or 50s or whatever. How awesome would that be?
When they were vibrant and active and
and be like, wow. Yeah. And then we want our grandkids or great grandkids someday to, look how cool grandma and grandpa are.
Absolutely.
And let's go there. That kind of
it gets frustrating. It gets frustrating sometimes, because
it does,
you'll know that the editing and the content creation a lot of times is a lot of work. And it's a lot of time. People don't understand. And sometimes if you don't see the results you think you should see, you might get down. But then I try to think about that. I'm like, man, if I had 300 videos of my parents to watch, to go back and see, and that's kind of what we.
Even if they didn't make any sense to me at the time.
Yeah, I mean, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good. Good.
Yeah. So when our paths first crossed was in November a year or two ago at Talona Ridge.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So were you YouTubing then, or were you still in the process of thinking of it?
We were just doing Instagram, Facebook, and kind of dabbling a little. When we first started the YouTube, it was 2-minute videos, 3-minute videos, no talking.
Just the bike ride.
Scared to talk.
Yeah.
I think we all start out there. So we're afraid to talk. We don't like the sound of our own voice. I still see myself on the camera. I'm like, who is that?
Right. When did I get so fat?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
I thought that was my better. Oh, that was my better side.
Yeah. The gray hair. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
When did I get gray hair and glasses? Who's that dude?
Okay.
And then kind of really after the huddle is when we kind of really started making regular video, because I talked to you guys, we talked to Todd and Sheila, and of course Harold and Cindy were there from One Strange Adventure.
Let me tell you, man, there's nothing more inspiring than being around some people that are doing it.
And that's what it did it. And it was Jason from Our Not So Perfect Life that I talked to. I was talking to him about it, and I'm like, it's so saturated. There's just so many YouTubers that are full-time RVers, and he's like, doesn't matter. Just you guys are different than we are, than they are, and just do your thing. I was like, all right, we'll give it a shot. Yeah. So,
and then the energy that comes from Tampa, from the Tampa RV show.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll inspire you to do many things.
That's a lot.
And that was a good time.
Called you the fangirl and all kinds of stuff.
But you guys are in Quartzsite, and so you were at the RV show in Quartzsite. And I know that you feel like there's a big difference between the vibe there and what is offered to the industry.
We've never been to the show out there. So what's the show out there like for like YouTubers? Is it the same vibe for like YouTubers like Tampa? Because Tampa,
I'm sorry, I know it says it all.
Yeah, Tampa is like really centers a lot around YouTube and creators and stuff like that.
It does. Tampa does. Quartzsite, we tell people that it's more like a big flea market with a few RVs.
Oh, that's
pretty much what it is. It's worth going to once.
Right, to say you did it.
But it's not. Yeah. It's not like right now we're like we can't wait for the Tampa RV show next year because we're going back. We're probably not going to say that about the Quartzsite one. I mean, it's but it's nice to boondock, and we were boondocking with some other YouTubers. Which was
it's a different experience. You get
totally
to
different.
What an RV show, the big RV show is in a different area, and a lot of times you get to see things that maybe you wouldn't see in Tampa because they're not going to haul these campers all the way to Florida.
Right.
I have a question. That's popped in my head when you said that. So I've noticed, and you may have. I'm sure if you don't, you need to have a video up about this. But what? So you guys boondock a good bit.
Quite a bit, yeah, we do.
So what's your what's your boondocking setup as far as inverters, batteries, solar?
We don't have a huge setup. We don't have a huge setup. We don't have a tiny one either. We've got 4 Battleborn batteries.
Okay.
And we've got 900 watts of solar. We've got the Victron Multi Plus 2 inverter.
Right.
And that's pretty good. It keeps us up pretty good. We'd like to add a couple more batteries and probably help, maybe another 300 watts of solar, but we do okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's kind of what we're shooting for right now, but it's very similar to that. For the we've been working on that for the past couple of months for the upcoming Alaska trip. So I just was interested. I know you guys have done a whole bunch of boondocking, and I think we'll be doing some as much as we possibly can up there. So
that's all we did up there. We rarely stayed at RV parks in Alaska.
We booked, now I don't want to get too far off subject, but we booked the important things. We took your advice, and I had reached out to Jason, and I asked him about reservations, and we went ahead and we took your advice that you gave us, because I don't think we actually 100% covered this, but y'all are from Alaska, or you're from Alaska?
So originally I'm from Iowa and she's from Maine.
Yeah.
But we've been Alaska residents since the 90s when we were stationed up
right
there.
So
that's what we call home.
We booked the big things like Anchorage, Fairbanks, the place that
you have to have
the places that you really would probably, if you're going to be somewhere for a week or 10 days, just to have somewhere comfortable. But the rest of it we've left pretty much open, and we're just going to see what we can find when we get up there.
Yeah, we can definitely hook you up with lots of boondocking.
That's perfect.
All
right. So speaking of our future plans for the summer, what do you guys have going on?
Busy.
This coming summer, we're going
between now and say June. What do you?
Okay, so basically we're going to be in Yuma until mid-April. And then we're going to head up to Cottonwood at the Thousand Trails Verde Valley for a couple weeks. And then we're going over to Colorado for our motorcycle club, Combat Vets Motorcycle Association, as our national meeting is in Colorado this year. So we're going to go over there and attend that. And then we're off to do like Mount Rushmore and like Custer.
Oh, that's cool.
The Badlands and all that cool stuff. And then we're going to go visit my family in Iowa and then go do the UP, the Upper Peninsula, where we're going to meet up with Todd and Sheila and Harold and Cindy for their huddle in August.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Can't wait.
So, and sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so sorry. Then hopefully head east, see my family, and then make our way down to Florida for the winter.
For the winter time.
For the next 2 winters, right?
For the next 2 winters,
that's
probably.
The plan.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to attend the Grand Design National Rally in August, and then also the Hershey RV show, and then of course the Tampa RV show.
Right.
That
sounds amazing.
Yeah, we would love to do the Hershey show.
Sounds like a good year you have planned ahead.
Okay, so what are we doing now? What do you want to choose? Anything? Choose one. Pick.
Oh, well, I don't know.
All right. So so are you guys are retired from the military, and then you did your civilian service for the military. Correct. So you're basically fully retired at this point?
Correct.
to make
Right.
everybody out there
Fully
watching jealous. But
Yeah.
People give us a lot of crap about that. Yeah, but yeah, we're fully retired.
We don't do that.
amen, brother.
anymore.
God, like that's.
And,
So-
and if we still had our sticks and bricks, if we still had our house, we'd still be working because we wouldn't
Amen.
be able to make that payment. So
Right.
just living simply just makes a huge difference.
Hey,
Absolutely.
amen. So
we went to the Dallas RV show yesterday, and
Cool.
yeah.
How was that?
it said the biggest RV show in the Southwest. I'm like, well, that's pretty sad then.
So anyway, was there something that you saw at the courtside show that did you see any RVs that sparked your interest? No. Yes.
You know,
no. Anything
what
that
was
you're
weird? What was kind of weird about it is if you guys watched our RV tour video that we did from the courtside RV show, like the first 3 or 4 RVs we went into, of course I'm filming, so I'm not really paying attention. And then we realized these are all used ones. They were like 5, 6, 7 years old. And we're like, well, where the heck's the new RVs
Where
at?
the new?
Which we finally found, but they didn't really have anything too crazy there.
So they had a lot of Grand Designs
They
and
did.
Montanas, and those were
Alliance was there.
Alliance, and then and those were pretty,
Integra,
and those were pretty much
Yeah, pretty much it. I think, and we.
Here's a spoiler alert. We didn't walk into one Grand Design.
Yeah,
we were
did.
there. We went and
Sorry,
saw everything
guys.
else, because I mean, you see
Grand
them
Design goes
everywhere
to
you go.
every single
Yeah.
show. So.
yeah, they do.
They do, yeah.
Which hey, good for them. But we
just wanted to see.
I think the
something
other
different.
shows like,
Sure.
and we kind of had this discussion. Now I'll tell you what is interesting is if you go to different shows. We talked about this yesterday. If you go to different shows in different parts of the country, you're going to see some different names of rigs that you've never seen before. This is the first show we've ever gone to. Now, these are rigs that are made by Keystone and Forest River, but
They're just geared for different
it's
weather,
for
different
different
climate.
weather,
Right.
different climate.
Right.
I'm like, have you ever seen a so-and-so? And we liked a couple of them, but
Yeah.
it's not the same with the other as the Tampa show. The smaller shows are by
Right.
dealerships, and the manufacturers come to the.
I will say one thing about the courtside RV show. There was a lot of solar, obviously, because where we're at, so a lot of solar vendors.
I bet.
Grid
Probably some pretty good
packages.
deals on some stuff too.
And
Yeah.
people were buying them and then getting them installed while they were there. They're like, "Oh, we
Wow.
got the rig in. We're gonna bring the rig in tomorrow to get our
Yeah.
solar set up." And they were
That's pretty awesome.
So see that is an advantage to traveling around the country to the different shows because you have different things that are available to you that
Definitely.
aren't
So
available elsewhere.
for your guys is like if you got people because you guys have been growing pretty quick. I've been paying attention to your numbers over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You're gonna pass us by here real
You'll
quick.
be passing us real quick, so we gotta step
Everybody
our
says-
game up a little bit. Everybody subscribe to Home on the Head, subscribe to No Sticks to Bricks.
So I'm going to break in here. So whoever's in our chat watching our video, please hit the like button. If you're enjoying what's going on here, please consider hitting that subscribe button
For both channels.
for both channels.
All
Smash
channels.
it.
Yeah.
Smash the like button.
Yeah.
So anybody you got in your audience, or just like you guys were, if you're thinking about starting the RV living or RV travel or thinking about getting an RV, because when you started thinking about that really, or full-time living, you start watching YouTube. What advice, what's your number one, or what would a good piece of advice be that you think you would like to give somebody who might be watching
For going full-time RV is definitely start downsizing early. Early. So what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. And we've talked to a lot of people about this, and it happened to us. You figure out, okay, this is what I can live with, and this is what I can't live without. And then you donate it or sell it or whatever. Right. And then about a month goes by, and you're like, well, I can now live without this. And you get rid of that. And then another month goes by. Well, now I can get rid of this. So you kind of downsize in stages instead of just trying to do it all one shot before you hit the road, because you're going to get in trouble doing that. You want to start at least a year out, probably.
Yeah.
We've even downsized since being on the road.
Right. I was about to say, how often do you downsize now?
once a quarter, maybe
Maybe
we'll
once a
go find
quarter.
a Goodwill or something and donate a bunch
Oh
of stuff.
Lord, we open up cabinets. I'm like, what the? I mean, why do we have this? Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
Yep.
I say the same thing. I'm like, excuse me.
Well,
what do we
and
need
she
that
is
for?
constantly rearranging things.
Well, you have to.
And I'm like, where are the glasses? I'm like,
And then gets upset with me because I can't find it.
Right. Well, the thing is, if you're not constantly touching it or moving it around, you
Yeah.
don't need it.
Exactly.
And as long as you know you are in the rotation of touching it, you're going to continue
Right.
to use it
Right.
or get rid of it.
And then
All right.
we have a storage unit with a bunch of stuff in it that
ooh,
we're probably, the next time we go up to Alaska, we're probably going to get rid of a bunch of
Probably,
stuff out of it because we've lived inside of this long. So
right.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. You're like, well, what?
Well, your
you
priorities
think about
change.
what's there now. Unless it's not
Yeah.
like memorabilia or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
all right,
And, you
cool.
live in this RV, so like if I go out shopping and I buy a shirt or I buy something, I have to. My rule is to donate. Like,
Gotta
okay, I
get
have
rid
a
of something.
shirt, then I
One
gotta
in,
get
one
rid of
out.
That's what I need to start doing. Like, start throwing Melissa's stuff away.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Close your mouth.
All right.
All right. So, well, how do you handle challenges of being on the road, such as inclement weather, limited space, internet connectivity? I know that you're able to be self-sufficient a large part, by boondocking. So
Mhm.
that does help. But what other kind of challenges do you have?
Take this one.
Yeah. So mail packages, that's
How do you guys deal with that?
I guess
so
you
we have a
can't get
blank
those
mailbox for
Yeah.
like our bank statements and
It's regular old mail.
regular old mail. But for packages, some parks accept mail, some don't. Some will only accept packages and not regular mail. So
Right.
probably the most frustrating thing is we each, we're both veterans, so they mail our meds. So it's always like calling ahead. Do you accept packages? No. Okay. Well, then now we got to do a research. Where are we going to get them sent to? So
Yeah. Amazon
So that's
lockers
another
use a
question
lot.
I would have. Mhm.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. That was another question I was going to have was
Oh.
about your prescriptions, but you just answered that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Yeah. So boondocking, I guess that's hard to get packages and deliveries.
Yeah. Pretty much non-existent.
it's just planning.
Unless we find postal annexes, they do
Yeah.
exist. We've used those a couple times.
Mhm.
As far as internet goes, we have
We
Starlink,
have
which is
Starlink,
great.
yeah.
And then we just recently got T-Mobile home internet, and I did I think I did a short on this. I don't remember which,
Mhm.
but so T-Mobile just came out with a home internet for $50 a month, and it's unlimited, and it's portable. A lot of people don't understand that it's portable, so that's a great backup. T-Mobile works most of the time. It doesn't work out here in Quartzsite, I can tell you that. But our Starlink's working good. There you go, that one right there.
Yeah. Hey, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of
Yeah,
people
that's
don't
what we
understand.
use primarily.
Yeah, and it's $50 a month, and
It-
if you have a T-Mobile phone service, I think it's like 30 or something like that. It's
Right.
cheap.
So they got that. If where we're at on the East Coast most of the time, I really would like to have Starlink, but no, it would be great where we're at now in Fort Worth. But we spend a lot of our time on the East Coast, and there's just a lot of trees there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't work out as good there. But Verizon has just come out with their own version of this. It's not widely available yet, but we are Verizon customers, and it's going to be $35 a month for
Unlimited.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Verizon, same kind of deal. So we're going to get that too, and we've been really happy with the T-Mobile.
We've had
Yeah.
really good service.
So what do you got?
So I know that you guys are members of Thousand Trails.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So at what pace do you typically move? Because you do boondock a good bit and you use the Thousand Trails.
Yeah.
So
So
how
when we
often-
first started, it was like every week we were just like in vacation mode, every week, boom, boom, boom.
Go.
Now it's like 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks,
Yeah.
we start getting antsy around 3 weeks anyway. That's the
Mhm.
time where we're usually like, okay, we've seen everything here we want to see. Let's move on to something else. So about
Right.
3 weeks.
Right. Now, do you utilize any other campgrounds other than the Thousand Trails? Or
we stay at military fam camps a lot since we're both retired Air Force. We can utilize those, which is nice. And then we recently added RPI to our list of campgrounds because Thousand Trails doesn't really hit up the middle of the country, so you supplement that with RPI, and it's fairly cheap, so it adds a bunch of parks that we can use. And then we love Corps of Engineer parks.
Right.
Oh yeah. Corps Engineer stuff is really
and
nice.
there's a lot of I don't know how many times we've talked to people about the America the Beautiful Pass, and that if you have that, it not only gets you into all the national parks for free, but if you book a Corps of Engineer campsite, it's half price. So you
really?
get water and electric for like $14 a night.
Okay,
and all
right.
We didn't know that.
So, they're always on water, so.
You're hearing it here first on the Home on the Hitch Trailerhood News from No Sticks, No Bricks.
Because we love
the recreation.gov and you can book it. You enter your little pass number and boom, half off, just like that.
That's amazing.
I love
it.
That's
we utilize it a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in the Midwest.
What was the other thing? You said, what do you say? RBI?
RPI. Resort Parks International is what it stands for. So as a Thousand Trails member, we can add it for like $200 for the year. I'm not sure for non-Thousand Trails members. I'm not sure exactly how that works.
Okay. Just wondering.
So, are you either one of you?
I can bet I know he is.
Gadget people?
Are you a gadget person? You like doodads?
I like doodads. I like
doodads. And thingamabobs and little dingle dongles. Yeah.
What's the best gadget you found so far?
Boy, I don't know.
It's a family show, sir.
I tell you what, when we our first probably 20 or 30 videos we put out were with iPhone and GoPros.
Yeah.
And I got the Nikon Z30, and that's probably my new favorite gadget because it's just so much clearer. It's not, I don't think it's as stable as the GoPro. That's the one great thing about GoPros is they're just so stable.
Stabilization is pretty good.
Yeah, the stabilization is amazing. But the clarity on the Nikon's just so much nicer. So I guess that's my new favorite gadget.
What about you? Yeah. Y'all had that for a while?
I don't know. I don't really do any of the gadgets.
She's not a gadget person.
She just got a new iPhone 14.
I do.
So.
Well, yeah.
Well,
oh yeah.
That'll keep you busy trying to figure out.
Because our son, both children visit us during Christmas time, and Lane's phone was like an iPhone 10.
iPhone 9 or negative 10. I don't even know.
So I upgraded and gave him my old one. I sacrificed.
Well, I went from a 6 to a 13.
Sacrifice.
So I was like, I had to learn how to use a phone again.
At the huddle, as a matter of fact, at the huddle in North Georgia is when we changed to the 13.
Yeah, I really took me a long time. So
food. We're going to go to food.
Well, I wanted to talk about one gadget that Jason does use quite a bit on the channel, and that's his 360 camera.
Yeah.
He uses that to do to show some of their bike rides and stuff, which is pretty cool. And
I used to love mine.
They do these campground walkthroughs and videos with the 360, and those are really good. So yeah,
we get some mixed feedback on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always.
I think that's still it's an up and coming thing, I think, still.
Yeah. Well, when I first decided to do the 360 campground tours, I figured, there's so many other channels out there that just do regular old campground tours.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something different. I want people to be able to look around as I'm riding my e-bike through the campground. So some people don't like it though, which I understand. It can make you dizzy if you're messing
right.
But there's so many campgrounds out there that I think we could all do a campground video and it would be just fine.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I mean, there's just so many.
Which camera do you use?
I got the GoPro 360 Max.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
awesome.
So I know we're not supposed to be reading the comments, but someone did say that my favorite gadget is my Jeep, and yes, I would agree.
You can read the comments, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, that is your favorite gadget.
Whatever it is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're having fun in the Jeep.
That's that was tuck and roll living.
That's Jen and Steve. Hey guys.
Yeah.
That's a pretty.
He's always posting comments on
yeah, we actually caravan with them for a few months last summer.
Awesome.
jokes. He posts jokes on Instagram all the time.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got jokes.
Got jokes.
He does
Got
have
some
jokes.
jokes.
So let's ask about your heat pump that you installed
Yeah.
in your RV. How is that
Right.
helping you with this winter weather?
So the heat pump, I didn't actually install it, but I had when we ordered the RV, it was one of the options.
Oh, okay.
So the heat pump is on our middle air conditioner, and what it does is it circulates heated air down to about 40 degrees as far as ambient temperature. So when the temperature outside is about 40 or above, it works great. If it's below 40, then it's pretty much worthless.
Yeah.
But it does work really well.
Works pretty well.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's only like a $200 upgrade, so it's totally worth it if you're in the market.
All right.
So
next.
with all of your travels in the military, have you ever RV'd outside of the U.S.?
Just Canada.
Yeah.
When we were driving, down the Alaska highway, we did some RVing there. But when the entire time we were in Europe, we didn't have an RV and we didn't rent one or anything. But now looking back on it, I wish we would have. But
Right.
We talk
yeah,
about
we
we talk about that pretty consistently.
would love to go back over there and do it.
It's a bucket list thing to go over there and rent a little mini RV and go to all the places we weren't able to go to. So
You don't see big rigs over there, so it'd be like a little Class B or something like that.
Right.
They don't have typical campgrounds like they do here.
No, they have pitches.
So even though you haven't RV'd outside of the U.S., with you being close to Yuma, I know that you have ventured across the border to have a little teeth cleaning and
Little
to check out
margaritas.
medical services and some margaritas.
Yeah, I saw somebody down at a margarita early in the morning too.
So how was that?
It's actually really awesome.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
a real pain in the butt at the same time.
Really? How so?
As far as like getting over to Mexico and getting back, super easy. The people are super friendly. The problem is, as soon as you cross the border, they're like sharks, and they see blood in the water, and they just because they're trying to get you to go to their dental business or their optometry business or pharmacy or whatever. So you can't walk 5 feet without someone coming up to you and want you to go to their business, which is kind of a pain, but they're always friendly. They're really nice. If you just say no thanks, then they leave you alone.
Which I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So like we learned to not walk on the sidewalks because otherwise when you walk between, that's where like all the vendors are and they want to sell you.
Oh, good tip. Good tip.
T-shirts to belts to sunglasses to whatever. And so we kind of just walk in the road and then to get where we need to go. But they're friendly. Like if you're like, where's the best Mexican restaurant? Like they'll take you there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're good. They're good people.
It's good.
So it's a lot like, when you go to a cruise port and they attack you when you get off the ship.
Yeah.
That's exactly what somebody mentioned. Yes.
No eye contact. No eye contact.
How has that compared to having medical services performed in other areas of the country or in Europe, when you were in the military? I know that you were on base there, but you would still have some experience.
Yeah, well, we had to go off base in Germany a few times. Our son broke his arm really bad while we were there, and the Germans were fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
When we went to Mexico, we just had some dental cleanings done. We haven't had any really like medical work or anything done, but it was $20 to get your teeth cleaned.
But it's just the cleaning, so like no X-rays,
right? No X-rays, no. Let me tell you,
but still no frills.
Telling you it. And not to get too far off topic, but since you brought it up, I've had someone come into the ER for something unrelated who had gone to Mexico to one of the dental clinics, had all their teeth pulled, were there for like 3 or 4 days, came home, was going to go back for 3 or 4 in a couple of days and have all the implants put in. And it was such a small percentage of what it cost $60,000.
Oh yeah,
in the US to have it done, and he's like, it cost me like $12,000.
Yeah, and the thing what I think a lot of people don't realize is when you cross over to the border like that, right on the border, a lot of those companies are owned by Americans. It's Americans that go over there and set up business because it's cheaper for them. So you go over there. We walked in the dental office, and it's just like an American dental office.
It is.
I mean, it's no different.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they'll like there'll be like 2 doctors, like, oh, we only got 1 doctor today, because you don't have to have an appointment. You can just walk in. Like, oh, the 1 doctor's in training in California, and you're like, okay, well, that's right. Well, who do you have? I just need my teeth cleaned.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
So, do you guys have switch gears a little bit? Do you have a home base anywhere right now?
No, the only thing we got is our storage unit up in Alaska, and that's it. We don't have a home base.
You've got that set up to live in, or no? I'm just kidding.
I got everything we
No
need to.
room. It's packed solid.
You're right.
No,
So, do you have any thoughts, or
Yeah, we've discussed it. We don't really have an end in sight as far as full-time travel goes yet, but when we do, it'll probably be somewhere between my mom and dad and her mom and dad. So it's maybe like Tennessee, Smoky Mountains area, kind of between Maine and Iowa area. We're not really sure yet, and we don't know if we're going to do like a home base in this winter and then travel in the summer, or vice versa. We don't know yet.
That's a lot to consider,
Yeah.
All
We still got a lot to see, and we haven't come across that one place yet where we're like, this is it right here.
Right.
Maybe Key West.
We have talked about it a good bit. We've talked with a lot of the full timers who consider that, and we've really thought about like just a really small RV barn dominium somewhere, where you pull it in big and stay there if you need to, and then but you can go still travel and everything. So
Yep.
I'd love to get rid of the storage unit.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there's got extra space,
have one for the seasons, where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, get rid of that. All right, so
who drives the rig? Well, now that you have the Jeep, I imagine you're having to both drive vehicles.
Right.
So I primarily drive the RV, tow the RV, but Jennifer has drove a couple times. One when we went to Bryce Canyon National Park.
Oh no!
If you've ever been there, there's 2 tunnels you got to go through to get to the park.
right.
And they said there's a sign that says tunnel is 13'6" max. Well, we're 13'6".
Yeah.
I was like, oh. So we pulled over to the side of the road, and I get on the ladder. So I'm got the walkie-talkie. She's driving, and I'm hanging off the ladder, watching to make sure we don't smack the middle of the tunnel.
Oh no! I was like letting the air out of the tires, and
Well, because if you go, I just took up both lanes. I just drove down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Just went slow.
What else are you going to do?
Exactly.
nothing.
And then
It's a big one.
the other time was we were in Grand Canyon National Park, and then you can actually boondock in the Grand Canyon National Park. They have a boondocking area.
Wow.
It's a national forest. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, we were boondocking back there, and the road going back there was a little bit rough, had some trees and stuff. So she was driving it while I was moving branches out of the way with a broom, so we didn't scratch up the side of our full body paint rig,
Oh no!
That is a nervous situation.
Right? What we got?
Yeah, but it was beautiful.
Oh, I don't know. Do you want to?
Wow, we can do this. That's a good one.
Okay.
Money's not an option. What is your dream rig?
Money not be an option?
Money is not an option. What is your top of the?
Does it have to be like a existing rig, or can I make it up?
Well, no, I don't know if you can. I think it's got to be something you can physically get.
Something that's obtainable.
No, you can't have the Millennium Falcon. No. It's not.
Well, I was thinking more like a large diesel pusher, Class A toy hauler
Yeah.
with
I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Side patio.
Oh yeah.
No, that would be amazing.
I love the side patios. We love our patio, but it's out the back, so it's
Right.
We use it a lot. Our dog uses it most of the time, but
pretty much
the
Axel.
side patio would be awesome. So like a big
I saw some other YouTubers that had a momentum that had a side patio.
Yeah, Harold and Cindy from One Strange Adventures, they got the $3.99, which is the momentum. They got the side patio. So they got both. They got the back and the side.
Overachievers.
I know. Yeah.
No, they're
That'd
awesome.
probably be it. Some kind of
That we absolutely love the side patio. We looked at the Alliance at the show.
Yeah,
Those are nice
those are
too.
nice too. And Grand Design makes this, and I think Alliance might make one too, but they have a toy hauler with the small garage in it. So the bedroom, goes up and down where the bed goes up and down. But then you lose the patio. But if you put a side patio on that rig, you got your garage, you still got your living space, you don't lose any, and you still have a patio.
And you have the patio, which is amazing. The
That would be
patio,
awesome.
my patio is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing, though, like one thing we've noticed is you sit at some RV parks and you don't barely have enough room to put your slides out. So if you did have a side patio, that'd be something else you'd have to try to worry about. But
do you think it would be easy? Do you find it's easier to put your back patio out than it would be a side patio, or?
I mean, it just.
I think it'd probably be easier for a side patio.
A side patio, yeah.
We haven't really been. We've been in some parks where it was super tight this way, but more parks where it's for us anyway. So it's
shorter.
3 foot. Yeah, shorter. So
like sometimes we get right to the edge of the road, like the nose of the RV, you know, and then we have the patio down, and we're right at the end of that road.
Yeah, but still have plenty of room on the side.
Plenty of room on the side, but you know we're like the whole length. So
you're the.
So, do you have a favorite RV park, RV campground?
Favorite place you've ever been?
I mean,
we really like Sigsbee, I think. So that is that's a Navy base on Key West that we were at last year. What do you think? What's your favorite?
I mean, one of my favorite Corps of Engineer parks was Crooked River in Georgia.
Oh, that was a state park.
Oh, that was a state park.
Crooked River State Park in Georgia. Beautiful.
Yeah. We're a little partial to Georgia.
Yeah, we're a little partial to Georgia.
It's a beautiful place. Yeah.
I think it's called St. Mary's, Georgia. You know where that's at? On the coast. It's right there by a big Navy base. Amazing. Really beautiful. And then Seaside up in Oregon's pretty nice too.
I mean, it's just kind of depends on like how we're feeling when people ask us. Like right now, I want to be in the Keys. I want to be in shorts. I want to be by the ocean.
Hey man, that's a good thing when your house rolls.
Yeah, and then sometimes I'm like, I kind of want the mountains, or I want the desert. No.
Yeah.
So where's the most surprising place that you've been to? Like, you know, when you're traveling from place to place, or just kind of wind up in this unforeseen, beautiful
somewhere you didn't expect to be great, but it actually
you know what? We stayed at a Harvest Host. In fact, we were with Steve and Jen from Tuck and Roll RV when this happened. We stayed at a lavender farm, Harvest Host in Washington. And I've never seen a lavender farm before. I didn't really know what to expect. And it was big, huge purple fields of lavender. It was just beautiful. So that was a surprise.
Harvest Host with assigned spots. You had a table and like 2 chairs and walking paths. I mean, it was just. It was very surprised. Yeah.
It's like
because you know most Harvest Hosts, you just park it.
It was very relaxing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That sounds incredible.
Awesome. What's up next?
Well, let's see.
Surprising. All right.
So, do you have what is like your favorite meal to cook in the RV?
In the RV?
Yeah. Because I mean, cooking is slightly different than in a house. And
we have the Blackstone grill. Which
that was the next question. What do you cook on?
So my favorite way to cook, though, and my absolute favorite way is the most primitive way.
Yeah.
So we've had this tripod grill that we've had for years. I think we got it at Cabela's like 20 years ago. But it's a tripod you put together and it swings over a fire. So then you cook over a fire. Man, I tell you what, a ribeye steak over an open fire. That's my favorite.
That sounds amazing. So we'll let you cook one of those next time that we're together hanging out.
Absolutely.
Fire.
The thing is, I still love to cook, so I still cook like I would at home. I still will make brownies. You just have to adjust the oven. I'll still.
Yeah. We got an Instapot that we use.
Got a crock pot too.
We probably used our air fryer the most. So we got one of those Ninja air fryers that does like the baking and all the stuff.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Air fried pork chops are.
We bought an air fryer on clearance about 3 weeks ago, and
I've made everything.
She has air fried everything. I have eaten air fried ice cream, air fried.
Oh wow!
No, I'm just kidding.
So have you ever had, have you ever gone to a restaurant and ordered like beer battered fish and then brought it home for leftovers? And that's never good leftover, right?
No, but you can reheat.
Put it in the air fryer. It tastes just like it did when you got it. It's so good.
Yeah. So we have really enjoyed that. That is a number one tip, just to get like a air fryer. I would even say that almost over an Instapot. But
Well, yeah, because you know what? It's nice because there's so many things that you can cook in that you don't have to bake in the oven. And I just feel like it's a little more efficient, because it just feels like things take longer in the oven.
Right.
RV oven.
Now, when we're
you're not wasting propane.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Too much power.
Yeah.
Unless we fire at the generator, then we can use it.
Right. Well, that's why you should always have, multiple use items,
and you can
things that you can cook on electric and things that you can cook on propane.
Or just
we
fire
used a crock pot today for the potluck. Jennifer cooked a ham in a crock pot and had it running all day on our solar, and it worked great. So.
I made potato soup in the Instapot today.
Yeah.
not on solar. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's see. What? Who does the cooking mostly?
Me.
I'm a good eater.
Same here.
All right. Well, anything in particular you guys want to chat about, or
we're at 50 minutes.
50 minutes. We're getting close down to the.
So, does anyone in the chat make sure you hit the like button?
Yep.
Say hello to us. Do you have questions for Jason and Jennifer?
Jeff Explorer said, "Yep, steaks on an A-frame over a campfire is the best," and that actually sounds.
Yes, it is. So we're out here at the Grand Design Rally this week, and we were with a bunch of other YouTubers. So we've met Mountain Beaches. We've been hanging out with Broken Dreams Reborn. The border hookups are here playing right now at the campfire. We're gonna go over there.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
There's a bunch of us here, so it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, that's great. Well, cool. If there's nothing else, we will wrap it up.
Sure.
All right.
You guys hang out for just a second, though. Okay.
Okay.
So. Thanks for everybody for being here. We greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're gonna.
So make sure that you check out Jason and Jennifer's channel if you're new here. That's No Sticks, No Bricks.
Yep.
If you like what you've seen here, please consider subscribing to their channel. If you are new to us from visiting through No Sticks, No Bricks, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Yeah. We would appreciate having you here. Also what? Check out our website, homeonthehitch.com. You want to sign up for our email blast.
We get notifications of upcoming episodes and who's going to be on.
Yep.
All right.
There you go. If you guys need to be with you in a minute, let us know.
Yep. Hang tight. Be back with you in a minute.
Okay.
All right, guys. So appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And if you got any, leave some comments or any ideas for coming up shows in the comments for us, we would greatly appreciate that. But so I guess that's going to do it for tonight. Until next time, guys, take care of each other.
Love each other.
Make every moment count.